Hey guys, what's going on? Dr. Corey Campbell here, and today I want to talk to you about email responders, autoresponders, and why you really want to consider having one in your business. Now, have you ever been in a business and whether it be a network marketing business or anything the like, where someone says to you, fortune is in the follow-up? I mean, I know it's so cliche to say that the fortune is in the follow-up, but it really is that. So if you think about it statistically, only 3% of the people are ready to buy right now. So if you walk out tomorrow and you ask 100 people if they want to buy your thing, your product or service, or look at your opportunity, only 3%. So out of those 100, only 3. It's all about the numbers, you guys. But what do you do with the other 97% of them? Or the other 97 people out of our formula with 100, right? What do you do with them? Do you just say, okay, you're not ready now, so see you later? And then crickets, they never hear from you again. Maybe something has changed. Maybe they've learned a little bit more, right? Where an email autoresponder will come in is it allows for those automatic, right? You set up a system to automatically drip information on them, asking them questions, leading them down your very specific path, whatever that is for you. Right? So if you're a realtor, then you want to give them information about the housing market, the school system, whatever's in your niche. I'm not a real estate agent. So you drip that information. And then maybe 2 weeks from now, a month from now, 3 months from now, a year from now, 2 years from now, one of those people that you put on your list who have been getting drips of information from you along the way, they'll become your customer. But you didn't lose them because you're dripping information on them. Now, the number one asset for every single business is their list. It's their list of customers, because it allows them to let them know that a sale is coming up. It allows them to let them know that, hey, here's this really cool tip, or this really awesome suggestion, or hey, have you tried this, or have you tried that, or oh my goodness, I just tried this new thing, or I tried this thing this new way. And you're sharing that story. Plus, it allows you to give your audience a chance to get to know you. If you're a total stranger and you walk up to someone and say, hey, I'm brand new, my name is Corey, and do you want to buy my thing? And they're like, oh, crazy lady, I don't want to do that, because they don't know who you are, right? They haven't connected with you. So people buy from people and companies that they know, like, and trust. There's a reason why Starbucks is so successful in all the places where Starbucks is located, because people know it, they know the brand, they like it, and they trust it. So it's like, I know plenty of people who travel internationally, and there'll be all these cute little cafes and coffee shops, the local, and then they go to Starbucks because they know, like, and trust it. And that's the only way that they build that, is through brand recognition. And the only way you're going to get brand recognition for you is to get them contacts. Now imagine how much time it would take you to call all the people, to send them Facebook messages or text messages, and get that content out to them, keep touching them, keep letting them know that you're thinking about them. Imagine how much time that's going to take. So imagine if you had a system that, they say, okay, you're not ready to buy right now, but I send out updates through email. Would you like that? Or you have some kind of a value trade where they give you their email and you give them something that they feel is valuable. There's no money trade with that. It's just an email information trade, right? Email, give them something. Email, give them a checklist. Email, and you get a workbook or an ebook, or your top 10 favorite restaurants in the local area, or whatever, right? You give them something that they think is valuable, so they'll give you their email. Then they get on your list, and then you're dripping information. Maybe it's once a day, it's a few times a week. Maybe it's once a week, a few times a month. But what happens is that your name stays in the front of their brain, right? So they're like, oh yeah, that girl Corey, she talked to me about this. I should really get in touch with her. They'll probably forget. And then, oh, there's another email. Oh yeah, that's right. I haven't reached out to her because, she told me to get back with her when I had questions. Okay, I got to get back with her. Maybe life gets in the way and they get busy or a family emergency happens. But then my email comes back again. That's why you need an email autoresponder, right? So what I've done in my business is over the last few years is I have tested out email autoresponding software systems because I've tested them for a few different things. I want to know deliverability, which means whatever I send, the time that I take to create it, I want to make sure it actually shows up in their inbox and it's not being bumped to a different folder automatically. So deliverability was key number one. If I sent something up, I wanted to make sure it got delivered. Now, the open rates of those emails, I wanted a system that could track, like how many people opened the email. Now, if a small percentage of people open the email, that falls on me. That doesn't fall on the software system because it falls on me to make sure I've got a really cool headline, right? So average, industry average for opens on an email sits around 13% or so because people get tons of blasted emails. But the right people are going to be opening your emails. I guarantee it, okay? Or they'll be saving it because they want to get to it, and then you'll get their next one, and then they'll be like, oh yeah, I haven't read the last one that she sent, right? So deliverability was key. A way to track open rate was really important. Another thing I wanted to track was if I put a link inside the body of the email and somebody clicked on that link, I wanted to be able to track who clicked on the link and where they went then, right? So I call that get into segmentations. So if I put an email out and it has a link to go to a product or a course or a program I'm offering, and that person clicks on it, one, it tells me that they're an action taker because they clicked on it, and two, it's going to take them down another path. So I wanted an email provider system that would allow me to say, you know what? Bob just clicked on this link, so Bob is interested in this stuff too, so I'm going to add Bob to this list so he'll get these types of emails very specific about that thing. Because if Bob goes to that page and Bob's like, hey, this is really cool stuff, I was interested in it enough to click on it, but I'm not ready to buy just yet, I want to make sure that I'm giving Bob updates on whatever that thing is. So I wanted an email provider system that would allow me to be able to do that. Now, maybe you're not at a stage in your business just yet to do that, but think of where you're going to scale to next. So if you're hovering around here and you want to get up here, what other systems or things do you need to have in place to have a better customer experience? Because if Bob clicked on that thing and he was interested, but he didn't buy it yet, I'm doing him a disservice if I don't follow up with Bob and say, hey, Bob, I saw that you clicked on that thing. Here's some extra information about it, because maybe he needs to learn more. Maybe he needs a video that I've done on it or a training course to really understand if it would mean something to him or if it would help him. And if he watches the training video and if he learns something, but he's like, hey, that's not really for me, then that's okay. But we wouldn't have known that had we not given him that information or given the chance to check that out. So think of a few steps ahead, 2 or 3 steps ahead of where you need to go in your business so your customers get the experience that they want. So those are 3 big things. So what we say is deliverability, a way to track open rate, and a way to segment into different sections based on whatever the content information is. And then I wanted a system that could grow with me. So some of these systems were crazy expensive right off the bat, and I didn't have very many people on my list. So I wanted a system that would allow me to come in with a small number of people on my list, and as that number grew and they're sending out more emails for me, they're doing more content delivery, the system is doing more, then I should be paying them more. But in the beginning, when I don't have a whole lot of people on my list, I don't have a whole lot of content, I wanted to be able to pay less and tier myself up based on as my business grows. So those are I think that's 4 key areas that I looked for when I was testing all of these different email autoresponders. One other thing that was part of the decision, but not necessarily a final decision maker, was the way that the emails looked. So one, obviously, I'm not a techie person, so I wanted it to be easy to create one. I didn't want to have to do a lot of design work. Some of the providers is like, you have to do these drop boxes and colors and pictures, and it was crazy. So if I'm sending an email, I personally wanted it to look like an email, but I also wanted to be able to add images and videos and embed them all in there if I wanted to, right? I wanted that option. So those are 5 things now. One I forgot. Okay, so design piece is one. So the 5 reasons why I chose the email provider that I use, I'll drop the link down below if you guys want to check it out. If you go through that, you can get a 30-day trial. I'd suggest you test out the trial and just see if you like it, because it will make your life so much easier when you can create a system that does this follow-up for you. Now, I do have to say, the system doesn't come with your follow-up messages. So you have to spend a little bit of time in the beginning to create the flow. So if you have a product that you're selling and people come into your list as a customer, then what will they need to learn to be able to successfully use that product to where they'll buy that product again? So you can take them then that type of a series. If they're just getting to know you, do you need to have a few emails in the beginning to say, hey, I'm Corey, this is what I'm all about, this is what I'm doing, welcome to my tribe, that kind of a thing in the beginning. Then you build out those emails and you tell the system if you want it to wait 1 day or 2 days or a week in between sending the emails out, right? So I'll send them the link for the provider that I have finalized. So out of all the ones I tested, this was the winner. He's got the highest deliverability. It's got the best tracking for open rates. It's got segmentation. It allows you to grow with the company as your business is growing, right? That was huge. And it's so user-friendly. I can do drag and drop, and I can pop in different segments. Like I can add an image, that's super easy, or I can just pull up a blank template and write an email. And it allows you to send a broadcast out to everybody on your list if you want, to just say, hey guys, it's Monday, this is what I'm doing today. And it's geared towards what they are, who they are. You could put in there where it says their name. So it could say, hey Bob, this is what I'm doing today, I hope you're having a great day, right? You write it to the reader. There's different ways on how to write your robot messages so it still sounds human, because you want it to feel human, because your customers are human, right? We're talking to humans. All right, guys, that's what I wanted to share with you today. I hope you got grab some value. If you did, drop me some comments down below, because I'd love to hear from you on those, because my goal is to help you create multiple streams of income on autopilot so you can have the time that you want and need to do the things that bring you the most joy in life. All right, guys, I'm Dr. Corey. I'm going to catch you in the next session. See you later.